What's up, everyone? It's your boy 7-Star Mike here for Trade Talk Media, and I've got a Darkpool setup for you. Now, if you guys have been following me on my personal account, 7-Star Traders, you'll know that the last few trade setups that I've posted have done really well. Are we due for another one? Or maybe I'm due to mess one up. Either way, I think this is a really good setup. Let's go check out the details. Now, here we are. We're looking at ITUB, ITUB. What is ITUB, you ask? I don't know, but we got a good setup. So let's take a look here. This is the daily chart going back for a full year. What you see here is you see good resistance here, good resistance here. We saw it a few days ago, but it did punch through. That was down at 636. We're up here at 657 now. So it did punch through by a little bit, and it showed some follow-up strength today. So 2 days in a row above that area of prior resistance. So I like that. That's a good breakout, right? But let's do this. Let's go to a longer term chart. Really quick, guys, if you want access to this Darkpool data live, hit the link in the description below. That'll give you a discount to Black Box Stocks. Come join us. We talk through this stuff live every day from bell to bell. Let's get back to the charts. You're going to like this. Look at this. This is a weekly chart going back for a few years. Look at this area here that was prior support. This area here of prior support was that area of resistance. So I've got two lines there because it's more of a zone than a specific line, right? We've got this support down here, and this upper line was resistance here. So if we put those two lines there, we've got this little support resistance zone between this section here and this section here. And either way, we cleared both of those on today, basically. So we were up in that first area yesterday, and we cleared the second area today with some strength there. So I'm liking this one here. This is the setup here. Now, if you think, where are we going to head with this one? Like, what kind of trade are we looking at? Let's put some other lines in here. 737 and 753. These numbers here, this level here, you can see there was some support here, there was some support over here, so that's where I get those two levels from, and there's a very little itty bitty gap to fill over here. So we've got this gap up at 753, we've got 737 as the lower number here, so we're currently trading at 653. So 753, if it filled that gap, that would be a full dollar movement upwards. Now, what trade am I looking at here? Let me pull this up. This is what's exciting, at least to me, because I'm a chart nerd and a trade nerd. So here we go. This is exciting. September, we're looking at the September contracts. The $7 contracts are 24 by 28 cents. September contracts, 24 by 28 cents. So those are some cheapies, and the open interest on those is $32.99. You can see up here the $6 calls have 15,000 of open interest. So there's definitely some people looking for an upward move between now and then. We have seen some options flow, but nothing significant that I would even point out here. You can see on the top of your screen here the Darkpool, that was 26% of its average volume. That's big. Mel Stone highlighted this on report, so thank you, Mel, for that. And that's what caught my attention to look up this particular chart. But these September 7s, 24 by 28, decent open interest. Now, remember, it has about a dollar move, right? So what kind of movement can we expect in the options contract? They're 24 by 28. The delta is 37 cents. If you're not familiar with the Greeks, that basically means for every dollar the underlying moves up, these contracts should theoretically move up 37 cents. Now that will change depending on the time involved, if there's an IV spike or drop, but roughly we're looking at 37 cents for the contract for every dollar the underlying moves. So if we have that gap to fill that's a dollar up, you can expect these contracts to go from 24 by 28 up 37 cents. That would be over a 100% gain. Now, if you look at the 6s, these are 74 by 76, the delta is 71. So if you go with that one, which is a safer trade, we're still looking at a 100% gain, of course, given the time. The longer it takes, the less that will actually be. Those $6 are 74 by 76, 15,000 open interest. The 7s are 24 by 28, $32.99 open interest. I like both of them. I really like the cheapy ones because I think this can get a good move pushing back up there. And if we look at the chart again, remember we're at 653. 753 is where that gap would fill. So that's a full dollar movement. Let me get this other chart here. Let's go back to this other one. If this were to turn against you, what would you be looking at? Well, this 606 area, which was prior support over here, I would want to see that hold as support again. So from where we are, 653 down to 6, you're looking at about 50 cents. So when you size this particular trade, you want to size it such that you're allowing it to move down from where it is to this 606 level to test this prior support. So you have to size it so that if it does move down to the 606, that doesn't stop you out. Because if it does go down there and this holds as support and then climbs again, you want to stay in the trade. So you only want to get out of the trade if it breaks below this level here, 50 cents down, size appropriately according to that move. I like this setup. I'm going to be watching this one tomorrow to see what we can get out of it. Now remember, the entry might not be tomorrow. So if we opened up gapping down some reason, we were down here, I would void this setup. So as long as we stay and open above this level here, that's what I'm looking at. I'm going to be watching this one for the September contracts. I don't know if I want the 6s or the 7s, probably the 7s. So keep an eye on things. Let's see how this opens. Let's go grab that money.